Ooh. Hello everybody, this is Bench85. Welcome back to another episode of Farming Simulator 17 Season 2. You saw a pause there for a moment. That is because, like last episode, I recently had another crash in the game where it froze up, and I lost about an hour and a half's worth of off-camera work. So I installed a mod called Autosave Mod. So every 5 minutes or so it's going to stutter like that. I figure it's worth the stutter if I'm not going to lose more than about 5 minutes worth of work. Especially with some of the stuff where I'll spend a whole afternoon or something on, or a whole night on doing some off-camera stuff, catching up on things like that. So I figure it's worthwhile. This episode, what we're going to do? Well, we're going to talk about crops a little bit. I was only able to fertilize those the fields twice. I didn't get the full 100%. There's the full. And mostly it's just because it's an absolute pain to fertilize stuff. And partially because I waited too long and I ran out of stages to fertilize. But the biggest thing is well, you got to keep running back to the field or back to the farm here to fill up our fertilizer. Most of these fields I'm not able to do the whole field with one shot with that little one. So we're gonna have to sell this little guy, I think, pretty quick. Just haven't gotten there yet. I don't have the cash for it. The other thing that's pretty cool, I'm going to show you guys this while everything's running. If we look at the finances, here we go. We made a total of $5,700 in sold milk, and we had, oh, well, it would have had to have been the expenses here. Expenses wise, like just running costs and stuff like that, is less than that. So milk right now is covering all of our running expenses, which is good. Let's see. Actually, I think we gotta go this way. There we go. We've almost got a pallet of wool already. Wow, that's surprising. These guys are hovering somewhere around 72 to 75. Most of it's cleanliness. Yeah, the sheep. We need to put things down for the sheep and for the cows so that we can keep them clean. In fact, well, we got 12,000 right now. We need 12,000 per, so I think that's going to be our first objective, is to get that, and then we're going to get the bigger fertilizer container, and then a little bit down the road we will have to have some fun with something that I ended up getting. Where is it? It's under the tippers, isn't it? So I ended up running across a mod that adds something besides the IT runner. We'll probably use that a little bit. This guy right here. Trailer is a standard configuration 3-side tipper. Although when you buy it at the shop, you can change it into an auger wagon. So it's got the auger in the back. Well, guess what? You can hold seed and you can hold fertilizer in it. So you're gonna need two, obviously, one for each. But is he still combining? Okay, good. Just making sure. Works really well for harvesting, which I'm really glad about. But the best part is it will fill up from those things at the farm. I can drive right up to it, fill the entire tipper wagon up, and take it to wherever I need it, and bingo, we've got stuff on the move. For me, that's such a huge plus, because the biggest, I won't have to do any more of the loading of all the pallets of seed or fertilizer into a wagon to bring it home. I also don't have to go back to the farm constantly. I can actually take stuff around, but the problem is they're like 24,000 a piece, so it's gonna take a little bit of time to get to that point. Fertilizer is really the big one. I think seed, we can do it all in one shot for the most part, or darn close to it. so that's not a big deal. The one thing I do want to do, there is an autosave right there. That's not too bad. We're going to want to get a seeder that will put down fertilizer at the same time. So we'll have to see when we get to that point. The other thing I want to do today is play around with another mod to kind of dress some things up at the farm here. By the looks of it, we can also cut our field, but I'm not sure I want to do that because that could be a real pain. So that's going to take a lot of work, but it might be worthwhile, and we could probably sell the stuff. I found the sell point is just behind the sheep. As long as we got enough grass and hay, we might as well sell it. Which, at the moment we do, but we're not going to as we start to increase more and more cows. In fact, we have one extra, and actually we're going to get another one here pretty soon. And we've got 4 extra sheep because we had 20 of them. So definitely starting to increase our animal animal rate here. So I'm going to keep harvesting here. Depending on where we sell it, I may bring you guys back because I figure I might as well take you to some of the other locations on the map. And then we'll probably have to get some equipment, and well, we'll talk about things as we go here. So I'll meet you guys back here in a little bit. Hey guys, welcome back. Before I go and take those beans to sell them, I want to try something here. So I fertilized this after I harvested it, and if you look, oh, here we go. Oh yeah, that field. Well, it shows here, it's hard to see that, that it's been fertilized. I did that for the farmer. I also harvested a field starting to build up credit kind of with the neighbor field so that we can get a cheaper price down the road. Plus it'll give us a little extra cash here while we're getting going. Because if I plant this, you'll see it changes from being fertilized to not fertilized. Oh, I did not mean to unhook. So I'm just going to run it to about there. Now if I go into the map, it's not showing it. Let me spin this around. Let me see if I can get a little bit more. Oh yeah, it's not going to change. Of course it's not going to change because it's still fertilized once. Oh, we got a save point there. So if I grab this guy again. Oh. And fertilize this again. What's going to happen? Oh, it does count as twice. Sweet. So we'll fertilize all fields once, then we'll plant them. We'll fertilize them again. That's 2 passes, and we can do one after the first stage of growth. So that's actually gonna work out really good for us. So I'm gonna get this guy out of the way. And we should be able to rock and roll with this then. Now what I'll probably do here is I'll fertilize it with this one until I run out of fertilizer in this one. And in the process I'll probably go and run all of the soybeans to the bakery. We've already been there before, so not going to take you guys along that way. and we'll be able to go to the shop and get ourselves the bigger fertilizer spreader. But I don't want to waste money. I want to use up what we have left in this one, so I'm going to take care of that. And I'll come back when I get some of that stuff done. Alright, so we have an empty fertilizer container here. We are headed to the shop. Got one field planted, second field's planting right now. And as we're headed here, I thought we'd clarify something. I know with the way the fertilizer system works now, you're supposed to do it 3 times in order to get 100% of your crop value. But I thought there was a sheep standing there. I'm only doing it twice, and there's a reason why. In real life, generally, you don't fertilize time and time again. If you're putting corn or maybe beans, soybeans in, you'll spread a fertilizer down on the field, then you'll cultivate it, plant it, and when you plant it, usually another fertilizer goes into it. So you got 2 fertilizing, which is what I did. You saw I fertilized the ground, then I planted it, and then I'm fertilizing, well, I'm going to fertilize after that. Generally it's while you're planting, but I don't have a planter that does it, so I'm just kind of fertilizing after. So the plan's going to be that when we get the money for it, we can get that 3rd step when we spray the fields. Now, spraying fields is pretty normal. Keeps the bugs down, kills the weeds, things like that, anything that might cause competition. So that's what we're going to use as our 3rd step, and spraying does count as a fertilization method. It's just we're going to have to put liquid fertilizer down instead of solid, but you know, there's not much we can do about that. There's no 2 ways around it, but at least it'll give us a reason to do something else instead of just spreading fertilizer 3 times and making it kind of boring. Actually, does it give me the option to... Oh, I might turn that off. F1. Activate shop menu. Okay, I want to... Oh, I guess I have to keep it on the vehicle to customize it. We'll just sell it for that price. I was going to repair it so I get some of my money back. So let's purchase... Well, first we're going to need to purchase 2 of these guys. I'm probably going to do one of them black for the cows. Not going to worry about beacons. And then I want one that's red. Or no, not red. White for the sheep. And then for fertilizer, fertilizer spreaders, what do we have? Got this guy, we got this one, and that one's even bigger yet. I think we're going to go with just this one. We ran that last year, or last season, it worked just fine, but we may go to this one at some point. It's more expensive though. So we still have 72,000, which is really awesome. We got a cultivator. What we need to look at is we're going to have to get something for corn. That is, no, we need this guy, so we need 61,000, so it doesn't leave us a lot after that, but we're going to need that. And then harvesters, we can either get the front mount one or we can get the pull behind one, which I'll probably get because I like that one. And I may have to look for some sort of a wagon mod for collecting forage like that, because we're going to do it that way. There's no reason for us to... Oh, okay, the tops are black and white. There's no reason for us to do it with the big machine if we're just doing it for the animals. At least not right now. Oh, that's right. We have to put the we have to unfold them. Oh, there we go. I have to do this. Oh. They're really hard to control. Oh, save point. So let's spin this guy around this way. Actually, we can leave him right where he is. Okay, so now we should be able to pick him up, and I'm gonna see if we can cheat a little bit here. Okay, so we can pick him up on the back side. I have a front control point. This is why I get this picked up a ways. Oh, I didn't want to spin around. I want to see if I can carry them both. I mean, why not make this simple, and then I'll just get the I can. Nice. I'll get the fertilizer wagon second in a little bit. But we'll have to set these guys up at the 2 animal places. I'll grab the fertilizer thing, and probably getting pretty close to wrapping up this episode. I'd have to check my time. We don't need to go super long this time around. But yeah, I'll check on that, and then we'll talk about our game plan here as we finish things out. But I got some more fertilizing to do here, so I'll be back in a little while, guys. Yeah, looking things over, I think it's about time for us to wrap things up. Just giving you a little bit of an update of what's going on here. I moved all the straw that we had in the sheep pen there here because, well, it shouldn't be out in the open, right? Otherwise it's going to get wet and get moldy and yucky, and it just wouldn't work. I wanted to keep that other one open for now because I have plans for what's going to go in there, so there's a little bit of straw left in here. Most of it's gone, but should use it up pretty quickly. Let's see, we've got 25 sheep now and 20 cows, so we've got a few cows. Looks like we got to get some water into them, but the little cleanup guys are working great. I just went and put both stations here so I knew where they were. If you remember those stations. Oh, you know what happened? Because it's a bit of a hill there, he slowly worked his way downhill and worked his way off. So there's going to be some maintenance for these guys to make sure they stay where they need to go. I don't like how this one drops stuff on the inside of the pen. There's nothing I can do to fix that. It's so hard to try to straighten these guys out. I want to see if I can put them like right next to here. We'll see. He may just have to get moved around from time to time, and I gotta put them in the center of the pen. So 1, 2.5, 1, 2.5. Hire him and let him go. This guy's doing good. Perfect. Money-wise, I don't remember if we have enough to get corn planter or not, but it's what we're gonna need because we're gonna have to cut some silage. We're gonna have to do silage. We got to get our cows running at maximum capacity. We get a higher production rate if we do that. We get more milk, obviously, and we're gonna get more money, and we got to push that in order to get more crops in here so that we become more and more self-sufficient. And I know, I think I had mentioned it previously that was not going to get pigs, but I think we are. We might as well. We're gonna get all the animals, and we're gonna just try to max things out and just push all the food into the animals as we can and see what we can do for selling. So that's the plan. I don't exactly know why I'm driving down this way. I suppose because I'm gonna end up at the shop here and make sure we got what we need, or at least be able to jump there when we want to buy our corn planter and stuff like that. But we're gonna need some cash for sure. So basically the plan's gonna be, I'm gonna do another harvest here. I'm going to sell all the beans and ooh, that was really cutting through there. And we'll start out next episode with getting corn silage going. And we'll see how that all goes. So with that, guys, thank you all for watching. This is about the only way I can talk to you face to face. And as always, take it easy.